Greetings, Sanitation Film fans, Thomas L here. Now, with the new zombie comedy film opening this week called The Dead Don't Die, since the film stars Bill Murray, I decided to do my top 10 favorite Bill Murray movies. Because the guy's a legend. You know, he's an SNL, he's a former SNL cast member. He's been in some iconic comedies of all time. And he's been in some pretty good modern stuff as well. So, who doesn't love Bill Murray? I mean, he's just awesome. So, that being said, here's my 10 favorite Bill Murray movies. Alright, coming in, my number 10 favorite, gonna be unpopular, and I don't care, but my number 10 favorite Bill Murray movie is gonna go to Garfield. Now, granted, I'm adding only the first Garfield movie. The second one that got released, about 2 years after this, which was Tale of Two Kitties, that one was awful. The first Garfield, I really enjoy and appreciate. Now, Bill Murray, of course, voices the title role of Garfield. And I know lots of people probably put this as Bill Murray's worst film. I don't care. The first Garfield was awesome. I thought it was really cute. It was entertaining. I mean, you got Breckin Meyer, who plays his owner, John. You got Jennifer Love Hewitt here. You got like a rivalry going on between Garfield and the dog Odie. It's really fun and entertaining. I know it's a cool thing to trash on the Garfield movie, but I really enjoyed it. And yeah, and Bill Murray as Garfield is one of the main reasons why this movie works so well. Cause he was a great Garfield. I know Universal's planning to do like a new Garfield anime film. You know what? I kind of hope they get Bill Murray back. I really like Bill Murray as this role. All right. Coming in at number 9 is another voiceover work by Bill Murray, and that is The Jungle Book. I love the 2016 Jungle Book movie. You know, it featured the voice of Bill Murray as Baloo the bear, and Bill Murray I thought was a great Baloo. I really liked his chemistry with Mowgli. Their chemistry worked out perfectly in this movie. You also had other good voice cast, like you had Sir Ben Kingsley as Bagheera, Idris Elba was Shere Khan. Yeah, and Bill Murray singing the Bare Necessities, that was also a highlight. I mean, who who knew Bill Murray is a good singer? Like, for real. And I thought it was great when he was singing the Bare Necessity. And yeah, I mean, the whole film did have some of the best voice cast I've seen for a film like this. And yeah, if you guys still haven't seen the 2016 Jungle Book yet, I highly recommend it. Especially to get you prepared for Jon Favreau's The Lion King, because I cannot wait for The Lion King. Alright, coming in at number 8. Now, I kind of already talked about this movie like last week because it was reported that it's getting remade. But my number 8 favorite is Scrooge. Now, like I said, I made a video about because like it was just reported last week that Kevin Hart is supposedly supposed to star in like a remake version of this. The original Scrooge it's great. You know, it's like a modern adaptation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and it's about Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray, who's a successful television executive who's like a code ambition and criminal only nature has like driven away the love of his life named Claire Phelps, played by Karen Allen. But like after firing a staff member, including Ella Loudermouth, played by Bobcat Goldthwait, on Christmas Eve, Frank is visited by like a series of ghosts who give him a chance to reevaluate his actions. And you guys know how the Christmas Carol goes and all. Now, Scrooge was directed by Scrooge was directed by Richard Donner, who also gave us Lethal Weapon and Superman. This movie is really funny. It's Bill Murray as Scrooge was perfect casting. Yeah, if you guys like the movie got released in late '80s, and it's a Christmas film that still holds up today. I'm okay with them remaking it. By the way, I know lots of people are probably poo pooing on that idea, but I'm actually really interested checking out like an updated version with Kevin Hart in it. But if you guys still never seen the Bill Murray one, check out the Bill Murray one. It's a Christmas classic. Coming in at number 7 is Lost in Translation. Now, this movie is directed by Sofia Coppola and also stars Scarlett Johansson, who was also in the Jungle Book film. And in it, Bill Murray plays a aging movie star named Bob Harris, who has who has like a conflicted who befriends with a conflicted newlywed named Charlotte, played by Scarlett Johansson, who he meets in Tokyo. And so like Bob is actually like film a Japanese whiskey commercial. So Charlotte is like accompanied by her celebrity photographer husband, and so like they end both Bill Murray's Bob character and Charlotte and Scarlett Johansson's Charlotte, both bond with each other. You've got Giovanni Ribisi in this. Anna Faris is also in this. The whole movie takes place in Tokyo. It's a really good one. I mean, to me, it's probably Sofia Coppola's best work. She did a great job with this movie. She gave great performances out of the cast. This is like, I guess you could say, like a romance film as well, in part of a serious drama. It's a really good one. I mean, if you guys never seen Lost in Translation, check it out. And Bill Murray and Sofia Coppola are actually doing another movie together called, I think it's called On the Rocks or something like that, for A24. I'm actually really pumped to check that one out. But yeah, Lost in Translation is a really good one. Sorry. All right, coming in at number 6 is The Life Acquired with Steve Zissou. Now, Bill Murray has worked with Wes Anderson loads of times. I mean, let me. Bill Murray and Wes Anderson have worked together on. Let's see, what was that? All right, they of course did Moonrise Kingdom together. They were in the Darjeeling Limited, Isles of Dogs, the Grand Budapest Hotel, Rushmore. They've done a lot of stuff together. But my favorite Wes Anderson and Bill Murray collaboration is actually The Life Acquired with Steve Zissou. It's a terrific one. I mean, the film is about a re-owned oceanographer named Steve Zissou, played by Bill Murray, who has like a sworn vengeance upon the rare sharks that devoured a member of his crew. And so, like, in addition to his regular team, he ends up being joined on his boat by Ned, played by Owen Wilson, who's another frequent Wes Anderson collaborator. And in it, Owen Wilson character Ned is a man who like believes that Zissou he believes that Zissou's probably his father, and you got Jane, played by Kate Blanchett, who's like a journalist pregnant by a married man. So like they travel to the sea, and in it you got Bill Murray. Like you got various figures from Zissou's past, including like his estranged wife, played by Angelica Houston. Yeah, this is a really good one. It's direct. The whole movie also takes place in the ocean, and it's a submarine film, which you don't really see a whole lot of submarine films. But anyway, yeah, this is a really good one. I like the chemistry, the on-set chemistry between both Bill Murray and Owen Wilson, who, like I said, both of them are frequent collaborators with Wes Anderson. Like they've done lots of movies with Wes Anderson. And this movie is, of course, quirky, as most Wes Anderson movies are. Really good film. And Kate Blanchett, I mean, come on, she's Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett's just awesome. Angelica Houston was in this. And the movie actually also got released in 2004, and it's a really good one. Like, other cast members in this. Like, you got William Dafoe was in this. You also had Jeff Goldblum. Lots of Yeah, you got a lot of people in this that Wes Anderson is frankly known for working with. And Bill Murray and Wes Anderson are actually doing another movie together called The French Dispatch, which could be interesting. But if you guys never seen The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, it's a really good one. And to me, it's probably my favorite Murray and Anderson collaboration. I mean, I don't know if it's my favorite Wes Anderson film, though. I mean, maybe once that French Dispatch comes out, I'll probably do my top favorite Wes Anderson films. But, yeah, Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou is a really good one. Alright, coming in at number 5 is, it's a classic, Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day, come on, Groundhog Day is just amazing. You know, it got released in 1993, and it was directed by the late great Harold Ramis. Like in it, you've got Bill Murray, who plays a TV weatherman who finds himself reliving the same day over and over and over again. I mean, if that sounds familiar, it's because it kind of do, because we have had lots of recent stuff that is similar to that premise. Like we just had Happy Death Day. Let's see, well, Edge of Tomorrow's like that. I mean, yeah, there's lots of movies where people like relive the same day over and over, and Groundhog is like the godfather of them. I think there's been some other one that was like this, like before Groundhog Day, but and of course Groundhog Day, premiered on pretty much around Groundhog Day and it's set on Groundhog Day, so hence the title. And this is a movie you could watch on Groundhog Day all the time. It's a really good one. And he's also trying to woo this one woman played by Andy McDowell, who was really great. And it also features like a song, the song "I Got You, Babe," a great screenplay by Daniel Rubin. You also had Harold Ramis was also in this. Bill Murray's real life brother, Brian Doyle Murray, was in this. It's a really good one. It's really charming. It's funny. If you guys never seen Groundhog Day, it's another Bill Murray movie worth checking out. All right. Coming in at number 4 is a classic. Come on, it's Caddyshack. I mean, Caddyshack to me, is one of the best golf movies of all time. And Bill Murray was awesome in this. In it, he plays a character named Carl Spector, and his character stole lots of scenes in his parts. And you also got Ronnie Dangerfield, Chevy Chase, Ted Knight was in this. Brian Doyle Murray was also in this. Yeah, and the movie was also directed by Harold Ramis, who Bill Murray and Harold Ramis has like a really great they had a really great chemistry for one another, and you could tell with this movie. It's really great. It's funny. It's entertaining. It's arguably one of the best golf movies of all time. Not so long ago, I did my top 5 favorite golf movies, and spoiler, Groundhog Day is number 1. It's a terrific movie. The first one is, of course. The sequel, yeah. But there are stuff in this movie that you probably can't get away today. There's some stuff that's pretty risque that probably won't fly well on this today. And also, come on, the gopher scene. Who didn't love that gopher scene? And it also has some really funny, memorable lines. Really great movie. Like, if you guys never seen Groundhog Day, check it out. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen Groundhog Day. Caddyshack. Boy, why am I getting Groundhog Day in my head? If you guys never seen Caddyshack, my bad. If you guys never seen Caddyshack, check it out. It has some really great funny lines in it. But check out the first film. You don't need to bother with the sequel. The sequel is one of the worst sequels I've ever seen. Alright, coming in at number 3 is Stripes. Now, this movie was directed by Ivan Reitman, and in it, it stars Bill Murray as a cab driver named John Winger, who is fired from his job and is dumped by his girlfriend. So he ends up enlisting in the U.S. Army with his close pal named Russell Ziski, played by Harold Ramis. And they're trying to have some training going on in the army. And this is pretty much an army comedy. It's funny. It's like I said, it's directed by Ivan Reitman, starring a cast that really great cast. Like you got John Candy was in this. Let me cast this. I mean, you also had Sean Young, P.J. Stoles, Judge Reinhardt, John Larroquette. You also had Bill Paxton, who I believe this was like his first feature film, if I'm not mistaken. Stripes is great. It's funny. It's entertaining. Yeah, it's also one of the best Army movies I've seen because I've, of course, did my top 10 favorite Army movies, and Stripes was in that list. It's really fun and entertaining. Also, there are jokes in this that probably won't fly well today. But if you guys never seen Stripes, it got released in 1981. Check Stripes out. It's a comedy classic. Alright, coming in at number 2 is Meatballs. Now, this movie was actually the first, this was actually Bill Murray's first feature film. And around the same time, he was an SNL cast member, so this was like his major break into Hollywood stardom. And Meatballs is a great one. Now, this is another movie that probably won't fly today. There's lots of jokes in this that will probably offend people if it got released today. I mean, the film got released in 1979 and was directed by Ivan Reitman, who worked with Bill Murray tons of times. And in it, you got Bill Murray, who plays Tripper, who's the head counselor at a budget summer camp called Camp North Star. And in truth, he's young at heart and only marginally more mature than the campers themselves. So he ends up befriending with a guy named Rudy, played by Chris Makepeace, who's a loner camper who has trouble fitting in, and he also and Rudy also plays a matchmaker between Tripper and another camp counselor named Roxanne, played by Kate Lynch. This movie is hysterical. It's a 70s comedy classic. Like I said, it's Bill Murray's first feature film. It's a great one. I mean, if you guys never had a chance to check out Meatballs, watch Meatballs. It's a really good one. And got released in 1979. I mean, yeah, comedies of that era, there's comedies of 70s and 80s that probably would not fly in today's standards, but Meatballs is a great one. The first Meatballs is. I have seen the sequels, and the sequels are all terrible. I mean, the first Meatballs is the best. Alright, my number 1 favorite Bill Murray movie of all time. Come on. My number 1 favorite is another Ivan Reitman movie, and that's a classic. My number 1 favorite Bill Murray movie ever is going to Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is just iconic. You know, the movie was also directed by Ivan Reitman. You also had Dan Aykroyd, the aforementioned Harold Ramis. You know, you also had Ernie Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, Rick Moranis, and of course, Bill Murray played the role of Peter, and really great. Peter was a really funny, outstanding character. Of course, he's one of the 3 scientists who teams up with one another to take down Ghostbusters that's attacking New York City. And it's a classic. Ghostbusters is one of the most iconic movies of 1984. It's one of the best films of that era. I simply love Ghostbusters. And Ghostbusters 2 I also like. And I know the cool thing is to hate on that female Ghostbusters. I don't care. I love that female Ghostbusters movie. And I'm actually looking forward to see Bill Murray reprise his role once again for the next Ghostbusters film, which is set to be directed by Jason Reitman. But no matter what Ghostbusters movie we get from now until then, no Ghostbusters film will top the original. Come on, it has one of the most iconic songs of all time. Great chemistry between Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson. Such a great movie. If you guys never seen the 1984 Ghostbusters by now, check it out. It's a really great one. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Garfield. 9, The Jungle Book. 8, Scrooge. 7, Lost in Translation. 6, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. 5, Groundhog Day. 4, Caddyshack. 3, Stripes. 1, Meatballs. 2 Meatballs. 1, Ghostbusters. Now, there's been loads of other Bill Murray movies over the years. Let me see. Kingpin is a good one. He was in Space Jam. What About Bob is a really good one. St. Vincent, if you guys never seen St. Vincent, that featured Bill Murray, Melissa McCarthy, and Naomi Watts. That's a really good one. Osmosis Jones is another good one. Rushmore, Grand Budapest Hotel, Quick Change, Broken Flowers. He was in Tootsie, which I always keep forgetting about. The Royal Tenenbaums, also directed by Wes Anderson. Fantastic Mr. Fox, also a Wes Anderson film. Definitely not Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. That movie was terrible. He was in Ed Wood, Wild Things, Hyde Park on Hudson, Larger Than Life. Definitely not Rock the Cabot. Definitely not Aloha. Those two movies were not that good. A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charlie Swan III with Charlie Sheen. Cradle Will Rock You. He's been in some really great stuff over the years. I mean, who doesn't love Bill Murray? He's just awesome. Anyway, let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite Bill Murray movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Tom Zell signing off.